Saturday. It is set for the what, 21st? Let me see, let me make sure. The 20th, sorry. Saturday, September the 20th. So happy Sabbath to everyone and elevations. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for subscribing to your girl, for liking, for tuning in, tapping in, for sending energetic love, prayers. I appreciate y'all, all my followers, all my subscribers. So there could be like a new perspective on what stability could be. We're about to see. If you are new to the channel, thank you for coming. Thank you for tuning in. I pray that I say something that you like. You may find me very eccentric, very unorthodox, but nonetheless, I deliver messages of truth, clarity. If somebody is trying to balance out some type of being left out in the cold, or somebody's trying to figure out why, after they found out, yeah, after somebody called the shots or something, or somebody called it quits possibly. But if you are new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. And I pray that you stick around. Over here on this channel, we don't do negativity. We only deliver messages of truth, clarity, and awareness. And I pray that the messages find you when they need to find you. Please remember to only take what resonates and leave what does not. When you try to make a message fit, it will cause confusion in your life. And that's the last thing that we want to do over here on this channel. There's something about justice from a family, or somebody's ancestors is seeking justice on someone, because maybe someone chose wrong. Somebody called a shot and chose wrong, but they were in a position to choose right. Yeah, there's a lot of losses, grief, pain, suffering going on at this time. So yeah, stick around, y'all. Remember, these timelines could be past, present, or future. Time is fluid. It's really non-existent. But no. But time is fluid, as well as gender roles. So if I say masculine, I can mean feminine, and vice versa. Oh, yeah. So if you are feeling in the need to donate, my donation links will be not in the description box, but you can find them on the community tab. And all energetic donations, as well as physical donations, are very much so accepted, loved, cherished, and appreciated. And of course, yeah, somebody is watching and they are hella obsessive. Somebody is an obsessive watcher. Somebody could be in spy energy, stalker energy. Huh? Get the other charger. It's another charger in there. But yeah, donations, always, as always, all donations will go towards the growth of this channel. I will only buy things that are for the growth of this channel. So y'all stay tuned for some stuff that I have coming up. I do have some stuff in the making to give back to the collective for everybody that donates. And I want to say on the community tab, you will find a link to my Amazon gift registry. It is all things that go towards this channel to help give out messages to the collective. So if you would like to donate in that manner, then you are more than welcome to, and I really appreciate it. I hope y'all know that. So let's see what's in the energy. Hi, Angel. We have 8 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords. So somebody could be going to jail for some type of money laundering. And that's what I was saying in the beginning, like with the Hierophant energy coming out with the 2 of Pentacles, I feel like that someone was in a position to make a choice and they chose wrong purposefully, or they chose wrong because, let's say that they had some people in their ears and stuff. And somebody could be going to jail for this, whatever this is. Yeah, because there's some type of strong evidence on someone about this 10 of Pentacles. Yep, this could be a Queen of Swords, or the Queen of Swords could be some type of judge or investigator. Libra energy. Something is significant about doves. White doves. Y'all forgive the noise in the background. Look, and it came right back out, but in the reverse. So something wasn't, something, what with the nine of pentacles in the reverse, something was not an isolated event. That's because when we get nine of pentacles, that's single, that's self-sufficient, that's, but something was like not an isolated event when it came to pentacles. It was ill-gotten or something like that. Yeah, because somebody said with the knowledge of this information that something was ill-gotten. Now, if this is a judge or some type of like trust fund lawyer, something like that, even a investigator, detective, then what I'm feeling like is somebody made a bad judgment call, but they did it purposefully. Somebody abused their position of power and authority for people for whatever reason to help people obtain or get their hands on some type of money, fortune, something was ill-gotten. There could also be something like I said, money laundering, racketeering, offshore accounts, stuff like that. But yeah, y'all, I apologize about that noise in the background. It is the fan, because my dang on air done went out. I was like, why did the air go out to make it? It's hot outside. It's been hot outside, and it would get hot and go out when I put my wig on, because we know we don't want the wig to sweat off. Yeah, there's something here about Queen of Cups that is heartbroken about whatever this is. This Queen of Cups could have been the one that falsified some type of documents, information, or got something. It was like ill gain. There could be a lot of like offshore accounts or something, fraudulent accounts, fraudulent access or embezzlement of some kind. Yeah, then we have the Devil in the reverse. And somebody is trying to free themselves from what this is also. Or somebody, whomever else is involved in whatever this is, they have been absolved of all crimes and or charges. Like maybe somebody was involved in this and they didn't know that they were helping. If this is like a detective, something of that nature, they didn't know that they were helping someone embezzle or steal some type of fortune. Remember, we have the Ten of Pentacles. It came out twice at first, and then it came out in the reverse with the Nine of Pentacles. And this wasn't an isolated event with the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like that this was something where somebody kept on tapping or like taking money out of some type of account, and then they were transferring it to offshore accounts. Knight of Wands. Jeez. Yep. The Moon. Secrets. There's some type of secret account that somebody was transferring money to. Yep, across seas. What I say? Secret offshore accounts. So if this is a trust fund or inheritance situation where money was sitting in an account and another person, there were people involved in some type of crime. This is like racketeering crime. This is money laundering. This is embezzlement. They were taking money out of this account for unknown reasons. We don't know that yet. And they were sending this money. They were doing this. It was not an isolated event. And there should be a transaction history or list of how many times these people withdrew money from this account. But what they were doing, they weren't using it for the purposes, because I'm hearing allocation of funds or misallocation of funds. They weren't using it for the purposes that they said that they've been using it for. They were actually putting this money into offshore accounts overseas. Secret accounts. Give me more on this Ten of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. I'm telling you. So, and somebody has this information. Somebody has like original transcripts of something. It almost feels like somebody like at the bank, possibly the originating bank. They were altering transactions or altering the transactions list. But there is an original transaction list that was once hidden that may have been found concerning the theft of this Ten of Pentacles. That was not an isolated event. And somebody didn't feel bad about what they were doing. When they did this or whatever this is, they did not feel bad. Ten of Pentacles in the reverse of the Strength. And these people was taking big money out of this account. Big money. And these folks could be going to jail for whatever this is. That's too many. Yep, Two of Cups, King of Cups. This could be a husband and a wife. We did have Queen of Pentacles come out at first. A husband and a wife. Page of Wands. That communicated something, that said something that was like the smoking gun, or said something that tripped them up. Yep, with the Nine of Wands. Collective, remember to hit that like and subscribe button. And remember, donations can be made to the links that are on the community tab. Please and thank you. Yep, Five of Pentacles. What I say, somebody said something. It's like a couple here. I don't know if this couple is like maybe the mother and father of maybe like a person that's listed as like, they're like the trustees, okay? They would be the trustees for an underage child until this child gets to a certain age, whether this child is their biological child or adopted child, what have you. It's something about them being trustees, like handling the money in this account, but whatever they take the money out for, it has to be allocated towards an expense towards the child. Now, this could be housing, this could be clothing, this could be schooling, private schools, anything like that. Especially with trust funds, we all should know that typically these accounts, they contain a huge amount of money. And it's something that these people put down. I think somebody did something too fast, too quick, or they got used to withdrawing money and it working all the time, because it seems like they had someone working in the bank that was like doing something with the transactions list, right, to make it look like the funds were being allocated towards expenses for this child. And it's something about something that was put down on a transaction list, or like, you know how you take out you use a withdrawal slip to withdraw money, and that would be with any type of account. You use a withdrawal slip or some type of like paperwork where you say what the money is being used for. And I think these people got too comfortable with putting stuff down because they were banking on, pun intended, they were banking on this bank teller or whomever this is that works at the bank to do away with the transactions or put the proper wording or phrases in order to cover up them stealing this money out of this account. And it's something about something that was put on a transaction list or withdrawal slip that was communicated. I've seen Page of Wands, I'm telling you, and with the Two of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, and somebody is trying to like recant something. Somebody is trying to keep something from being seen. Something that they put, something transaction list that they did, it was out of the ordinary, right? And this put them in the Five of Pentacles, left out in the cold. Or this is like the bank teller got fired. The person that they had working as an inside person at this bank with this bank account, they got fired. That's also what I'm getting. And then whomever the new teller may be, the new teller could be going back, or whomever has taken over this account, this person could be going back over transactional records to see where all these funds were allocated towards, and then fact checking this stuff. And these people are up shit's creek. That's all I'm gonna say. People be doing the craziest things for money, because it's like, look, Six of Wands. Yeah, somebody found something. Whomever this new person is over this account, they found something. And it's something that could land these people in jail, because the Six of Wands is falling right underneath the Eight of Swords. No, ma'am. No. And you just don't have to wait. I'll come get the charger in a minute. Somebody done messed up royally. Also, that's what I'm getting. Five of Pentacles, Six of Wands. Somebody has messed up royally. And it has to do with these transactions lists. There could even be like footage of people going into a bank and withdrawing money from this account. Yep. Somebody done fucked up royally with the Four of Pentacles. Something was held on to. It's like original documentation has been found. Now, if you work in anywhere, and most places use computers and technology and stuff, if you work in anywhere, people think that if you erase transactions, that they can't be found, or they can't be pulled back up, or they can't be recovered. That's not true, because typically when you work for any business and you're logging in and you're accessing people's personal information, people's money, anything of that nature, you have a bank, or not a bank, but you have like an employee login ID and username and all those things, right? And if this particular bank teller that inside person was logging in with their credentials, even if they erase something or change something, there are technicians that can go back in the system. I know this because I work for a court office. They can go back in the system and they can look at every single click that bank teller made, every single error, every single what they erased, what they put in place of that, what they switched over, who they put it in for, the dates, the times, the everything. It doesn't matter if that person erases anything. I'm telling you, I know this as a court clerk, because there were some times that I had to go back over my court dockets. After we would have court, I would have to go over my court dockets for the ones I entered in with the judge's notes. And at times I would make a mistake and I would put, I would accidentally make like accidental clicks on people's dispositions and stuff. And so I would have to call like tech support so they could go back in and see exactly where it is. And when I say they see every click, every click, the time I logged in, what I did, how many times I clicked on a particular person's name, how many, what I put in for that person, how long it was accessed. People don't realize that technology is like, it's evolving. So to do like inside jobs and stealing stuff from bank accounts, that's just crazy work. Thinking that you could just erase things when your credentials, every single thing that you do with under your credentials are being, and somebody could have even had like an alternate credential. This is probably how they got caught up. Maybe this person made up like a fake. If this is like a bank manager or something like this, this person could have made up like a fake employee and made fake login credentials for fake employees. And see, when you get into stuff like that, Queen of Cups and a King of Wands. This could be a couple. This could be a couple. I'm telling you what I love. A couple. A mother and son. A mother and father. But this is a couple here. King of Wands, Queen of Cups. Yep. That cause some type of illusions with what this is. But also, like I was saying, if this person was a bank manager, the one that was the inside person, the inside man, it looked like people. Navy Federal Bank. Making it look like that they hired new employees just to make fake employee login credentials. So they would use these fake employees login credentials to continuously access this account. And see, when you get into stuff like this, you're talking about IRS fraud, right? Because if you are putting that you hiring new employees, they have to go on payroll. They have to have earnings. They have to be paying taxes and all of that, right? And then you get into IRS fraud, okay? So this goes bigger than that. It could have been that they got caught up through the IRS, through these employees, and when they found out, it's like when these people possibly were audited, or unbeknownst to them or known to them, they were audited, then they had to show like proof, paperwork of these even involve stolen identities, fake identities, false identities, stuff like that. And so there was a lot of what would you call this, a white collar crime when it's to do with money. I really don't know if it's a white collar or blue collar. I think it's white because of the magnitude, but it was a lot of crime involved in accessing this account illegally by a King of Wands and a Queen of Cups. Now, we did see a King of Cups, but there was a lot of illusions painted, a lot of crimes that were committed to cover up the accessing of this account. And I swear I heard Navy Federal Bank. They could have even been doing this in the form of Nate federal referrals. Look, and this done caused a couple. This couple. They done broke up because of this. I don't know if it's like, or they done had to split ways. Yeah, because they can't fix something. They can't heal a situation. They cannot heal the situation. They cannot heal, or they can't come up with enough. See, and here's a narcissist right here. Somebody is a liar in this situation. It could be the masculine or feminine about how they got this money, or how they obtained access to this money, who gave them particular information, or who somebody also was questioned about something. And this could be about the fake employees. If somebody has a business, or somebody created like some type of shell company or business with the funds from this account, that business, it's like they have been filing taxes on this business. They have fake employees hired on under this business and everything, fake identities and everything. There's so much crime wrapped up into one thing, just all in the name of them accessing money from an account that they shouldn't have had access to. There's somebody that could have been questioned, and they can't lie about something. And it all could have started when these people got caught up with some type of IRS fraud or identity theft. Okay? Come on. Yeah, we have temperance. And yeah, somebody ancestors, they are seeking for the truth to be told. This came out right after this narcissistic lying woman. There's a feminine energy here. There's a narcissist. She's a straight liar. And somebody's ancestors are seeking for the truth to be put out there. Yep. About who all was involved. About how these people celebrated whatever this was. Or maybe there's some type of victory or like thing that has caused a celebration with some type of detectives, IRS, whomever handles like big crimes like this. This is a huge crime. Because even if the business was small, it's so many crimes. Look, with the world card, it's so many crimes. I'm telling you, there's some type of offshore accounts that are linked to some type of business. Y'all remember the movie Ghost? High priestess energy right here with the world. It's like something was seen. Something could have even been seen or said by somebody that's a high priestess, or somebody that has like deep insight on something. Also, a lot of people don't know this, but sometimes private investigators and detectives, they don't tell you this. They don't put this information out there, but they hire psychics. But they're so freaking big. Anyways. But they hire psychics sometimes. Sometimes that things are hidden or embedded so deep in something. These people hire psychics behind the scenes. They just don't tell people that, of course. You know, because their job is like hiring a psychic or working with a psychic. It goes against everything that. Yeah, I keep hearing something about Navy Federal Bank. But somebody could have hired a psychic and, yeah, about whatever this fortune was. And these people tried to sacrifice somebody for this fortune. They even tried, let's say that, again, this account, trust account, it belonged to a child. Somebody tried to sacrifice this child to like keep the money all to themselves. And also to keep this child from growing up. If this child is a high priestess or high priest, take it as it resonates. They tried to sacrifice this child before this child became of age, the age of enlightenment. Before this child came to the age of enlightenment. If they knew that this child was a high priestess, high priest, earth angel, anything like that, they knew that once this child got to a certain age, this child would intuitively know about whatever this fortune is. They would be shown it by their angels, by their ancestors, with the sun. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune with the Hangman and the sun. And they tried to sacrifice this person. before this person came to the age of enlightenment. Yeah, it's been a lot of talk about this, a lot of gossip, a lot of communication. Or this could have been how many times? Eight of Wands. How many times they tried to sacrifice this child? That's crazy. Yes, this child. Before the child got to the age of enlightenment. And we have the Fool and the Nine of Cups. They knew that once this child got to a certain age, regardless, it's like also with trustees. The trust account is supposed to be handed over to or relinquished to the hands or authority of the person that the trust was left for. Trust, inheritance, take it as it resonates, right? And they knew that this money would give this person, this child, everything that they ever needed, and it would also help them on their path of enlightenment. And once they got to this certain age, they would automatically awaken. They would automatically not get on their path of enlightenment, but they would awaken to who they truly are, the true nature of who they are, their gifts, everything like that. And they would know, this child would know that the parents or some couples, whomever, this feels like parents though, were accessing this account because they would start getting downloads, intuitive messages and downloads. That's what I'm getting with this also, downloads. But these people tried to sacrifice this child for their own money, and there go the King of Cups. We got the Queen of Cups out here, King of Cups, Page of Wands. So if this could be, the orchestrator could be a King of Cups that possibly told a Queen of Cups and a King of Wands what to do to get this Ace of Pentacles. What's this behind here, bro? What's sticking out? Look, Ten of Swords with the six, and they even paid, man. If this King of Cups, let's say that this child is a feminine energy. When this child got of age, these people could have hired a King of Wands. A King of Cups could have hired a King of Wands to take this person's life. Paid this person to go in and take this child's life. Well, of course, it wouldn't be a child. It would be an adult by this time, right? For this money. I'm telling you. For this money that they were trying to keep to themselves so they could stay in a King of Pentacles energy. Crazy work. Crazy work. They tried the Ten of Swords. Look, they tried to Ten of Swords. They could have even told this person to beat this child to death. Beat this woman to death. Or man, take it as it resonates. Yeah, because they didn't love this child. If this child is only for how they did, they literally hired someone to take a child, which would have been a girl, out, to take them out. They didn't love this child. All they cared about was their own stability, their own well-being. They did not care about this child. And they also didn't like that this child was stable in spirit. Cretans. I don't know why the Three of Wands is here with the Ace of Cups in reverse. I feel like if this is this child's biological parents, they never loved this child. Loving this child was the furthest thing from their minds. It was the furthest thing from their minds. If this is an adopted child, loving this child was the furthest thing from their minds. They didn't care about this child's well-being, stability, growth, uplifting, anything like that. They did not care. They did not care. Yeah, because they was deceptive as hell. Crazy work. Yeah, they were deceptive as hell. They could have even tried to steal this child's power or destiny swap with this child at a young age, at the age of 7 possibly. People do the craziest things, collective. I hope and that flipped in the river. Look, and now something is over with this King of Cups. It's over for this King of Cups. This King of Cups could be this King of Pentacles. And then there are three other people. We got a Queen of Swords in the reverse. We got a King of Wands and a Queen of Cups. All these people could be going to jail. But I also seen that somebody with the Devil in the reverse, someone was freed or absolved of all crimes. Because maybe somebody had a position or a hand in something, but they didn't know truly the real nature or the underlying nature of what this really was, if this was theft. So this is like if somebody else, let's say there's another bank employee, or let's say there's some type of paying off or bribe here that happened. But the bride was made to look like something else. So let's say like, I'm gonna give y'all an example, right? For me, example, right? Let's say I'm a traveling hair and makeup and nail artist and stuff, right? This is just an example, okay? I'm not saying that this is the case, but let's say that's what I do, right? So let's say one of my clients call me up and they say, hey, I got this client, they're big money, and they want you to come to them, and they want the whole shebang. They want the hair, the nails, the makeup, the lash extensions, they want the eyebrows, the beat face. They want you to style their outfit, pick out their outfit for an event, blah, 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 blah. And they're going to pay you real good, right? They're going to pay you real good for whatever this is, because we know your services are the best. Let's just say it's something like that, right? And so let's say I go, they pay me gas money, they reimburse me for all that, right? The hell, they even, because maybe I got to travel a little way. So let's say I go towards this person and I do all these things for this person, right? I meet them, they cool, I provide all the services, and let's say they pay me money for the services, right? But then not only that, they give me a huge tip, right? A huge tip. And I'm like, well, damn, you already paid me for all the services, plus gas reimbursement, plus meals, blah, 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 blah. You know, let's say they needed me for a couple days. Let's say they gave me a huge tip, right? But this tip was attached to some theft of some type of money. Like this tip came from, or all the money. Let's say the tip plus the money that they paid me for the services for, it was ill-gotten. It was stolen money. It was like tainted money, it was blood money, it was something like that, right? So then, you know, I leave. Let's say that this, of course, let's say there's somebody who's kind of like in the public eye, public sector and stuff like that. So they put in their expense report that they gave me X amount of dollars, but unbeknownst to me, they put that it was for something else, right? And then let's say this person gets caught up for some type of IRS tax fraud, evasion of taxes, something like that, right? And then the IRS go digging into this person's account, and they find that this money is not only, they didn't pay taxes on it, but it's stolen money. It was acquired through false means, right? Through some type of falsehood, right? And so from there, the IRS gets to digging into this money and seeing where all this money was paid out to, and they go over this person's expense reports, right? Let's say with an accountant or something from a bank, right? And so this person could have so they go through the expense reports and they see my name right there. And again, unbeknownst to me, next to my name, it says that they paid me for X amount of dollars. Let's say this person gets to getting in there and getting questioned. They start lying and saying they paid me as a hitman to take somebody out. Maybe this money was ill-gotten. Maybe this money was stolen or ill-gotten from some type of false insurance policy, or somebody taking somebody's life. Okay? Because as a celebrity, if this person is a celebrity, we know that typically, and these are the stories, right? We're going to say just tap into conspiracies for a second, right? As a celebrity, they typically sacrifice somebody close to them in order to get their hands on some type of insurance money or some type of life insurance policy, right? So let's say this particular celebrity, they done kind of like made it up there and stuff, and they got a payout on some type of life insurance claim or policy, right? then, and this could even be about like a life insurance claim or policy, right? They got this money, and then it was later on that they took this person out, or they had a hand in paying someone to take this person's life so they could sacrifice them for fame, for fortune, for clout, whatever, and get the life insurance policy, right? To help fund or back up their career as they were up and coming. And so let's say now they get to get in question by not just the IRS, but the feds on whatever this crime is. Then the feds start combing through this person's bank account, their expense reports with a fine-tooth comb, and hey, what do you know? They see my name, right? I'm just saying, and with air quotes, they see my name. But next to my name, it doesn't say that this person paid me for their hair, their makeup, as their stylist. No, it says that this person paid me for, let's just say it's something weird. It's something weird. Something that like raise an eyebrow, make them look deep into it. And let's say this person was questioning, let's say this person to throw me under the bus and keep themselves out of something. Oh, I'll give up the hitman if this person got caught up, whatever this life insurance policy scheme or crime was. Oh, I'll give you the person, give up the person that I hired to take that person out. And they give them my name, and then they go back and look at the expense report, and then now, boom, I'm under investigation and stuff. So like, it's a situation like that. But somewhere, somebody fucked up royally. Somebody could have communicated something, or somebody could have tripped up on their words, or they could have changed their story about something. But something has been linked to this King of Cups, and even one of his lovers that could be a man that he fighting with. Somebody could be a down low King of Cups that's on a down low, and he could be fighting with a lover that's a King of Wands. Yeah, somebody is heartbroken about whatever this is that has been found out about how they are connected. That it's been found out. It's been seen. There's something about a connection with a King of Cups and his down low lover, which is the King of Wands. And this King of Wands could be married to a Queen of Cups as a cover. Man, look. With the lovers collective, I'm telling you what I love. Something been found out about. Somebody has a relationship with somebody. Let's say this King of Cups is an older man. This King of Wands is a younger man, or they could be around the same age. There could be an age difference. The breakup with this Two of Cups coming out, the breakup with this King of Wands and Queen of Cups could have really happened not because of this money. The breakup could have came between these two when this Queen of Cups found out that this King of Wands had some type of secret down low relationship with a King of Cups energy, and they were lovers from the past. They've been lovers for a long time. It's like this King of Cups could have broke this King of Wands in. Child. I'm telling you what I love. This King of Cups, he could have been like this King of Wands' first down low lover, or first same-sex experience, and it transformed him. And he tried to keep this hidden by marrying this Queen of Cups because he didn't want people to know what the Four of Cups. Ooh, look, he don't love women. He don't like women. He likes the same sex, and he don't want people to know that, and he tried to hide that. The spirit say that is the truth, and now this person don't have this. Why this Queen of Cups possibly divorced this King of Wands? Hey, with the Ace of Wands, walked away after she found out what that wand was really doing with the Seven of Swords. Okay, collective. People be out here doing the craziest stuff, and it'd be crazy because we started off at the beginning of the read, right? I don't care. No. I said I will come find if you don't get out now. You're not getting my charger. I said I will find the other one. Y'all not getting this one. So, anyways, in the beginning, we started off talking about money laundering. We went from money laundering to discovering that somebody is a down low lover, that two men are down low lovers to each other. And both men could be married for all I know. The King of Cups could be this child, feminine's energy father, who's the down low lover to a King of Wands who's married to a Queen of Cups or was married to a Queen of Cups. And this is like a trickle down effect. This is a major tower. A major tower. Because these people, I'm telling you, these people didn't expect for all this to come out. It's like you got hung up on some type of tax evasion, IRS fraud, something like that. It could be identity theft, right? And then it trickled on down, or it domino affected every single thing that all these people had going on. Because in investigations, all it takes is one person to be investigated by the IRS or by the feds, and everyone that they are ever connected to, that they talked to, they hung out with, they've done business. That people don't realize this, but the IRS and the feds will investigate every single person connected to one person that they are investigating. Let's say that they are investigating me, right? Because mind you, I'm supposed to be the so-called hitman, or the one that took somebody out for life insurance money. I'm saying that with air quotes, right, Salah? Let's say that I'm the one being investigated, right? Because somebody threw me on a bus and tried to scapegoat me when I had no idea what the money was for, right? And somebody threw me under the bus. Let's say the IRS or feds get to investigating me. They are still going to come back around to the person whose house I was, because they are going to investigate every link, every friendship, every relationship, every marriage, every transaction, every car bought, everything. And that's everyone connected to me that I've ever come into connection with. I could have been locked up with a bitch and she would be investigated. I could have had an argument with somebody. They're going to investigate the hospital. They're going to look into my medical records. They're going to do all that stuff. And people do not, it's like they don't realize this, that you're still going to be linked to someone. Regardless of if you try to disconnect yourself from that, you're still going to be looked into. And they're not just going to look into you a little bit. No, they're going to look deeply into your life, to the lives of everyone that is connected to, let's say me, if I'm the one being investigated, right? And all that will do is absolve, and let's say if this is the child or the adult child now that was investigated, got thrown under the bus for some type of crime so they could cover up another crime. This child, they tried to use this child as a scapegoat for some big enough crime to get them locked up like forever. But this person, unbeknownst to them, was absolved of all these crimes behind the scenes. But the archangels is not playing that shit. They seen it and they watched it all go down. And somebody, archangels, is not playing that shit. And they're going to tell, I was waiting for it to come out, because some type of murder or MDK, unaliving, has been linked to this crime too. It's like so many crimes that's wrapped up, all because this started off with embezzlement, greed, somebody being greedy. They wanted to, if these are somebody's parents, biological or adopted, they wanted this money. They committed so many crimes and involved so many other people. And whatever this is, there's an MD unaliving that done happened. There's some offshore accounts. There's money laundering. There's racketeering. There could even be trafficking. There could be somebody that had a heart attack. There's like hitmen hired. There's a bank teller or some bank manager that was involved on the inside with whatever this crime is. It's so many different crimes that have been committed. And this is why I said I think it's called a white collar crime. And then somebody lied. There is a liar here. There's a liar. Yep, about confusion, about all these crimes. They could have even committed all these crimes with this person's money and then tried to point this person out as the culprit to all these crimes. And it's just been linked back. A King of Swords, look, an investigator. A King of Swords has found this out about a Queen of Wands in the reverse that did not care. That I don't know why this is in the reverse. There's Nine of Swords in the reverse. Harsh, painful, loneliness, sorrow, bondage, loss of relatives. Look, it's a suicide, death, or unaliving, and imprisoned. A Queen of Wands in the reverse. Who somebody tried to fight for that. Somebody tried to fight. If this Queen of Wands is the person that they pointed the blame on, that's why she came out in the reverse. They tried to paint this person Yep, because she came out also with the 7 of cups. They tried to paint an illusion about this person's character. That's why she came out in the reverse. So they can keep control, fight this person for control over their own money and keep somebody else's money. Okay? Yep, the police coming for these people. And they know it. They up at night. They in their heads. The police are coming for these people. And they know it's just a matter of time. An empress who made a choice to work with somebody's son with this fishy offer. So they could keep something. This could be a contract hired hit. A romance scammer. Somebody even tried to hired a romance scammer. This could be a Virgo or earth sign, but heavy Virgo energy. Somebody paid a Virgo to go in and infiltrate this person's circle. This Queen of Wands, take it as it resonates. Somebody paid a Virgo to go in and infiltrate this Queen of Wands energy or penetrate this person's energy or life to get inside information on this person, the moves that they were making, so they could take it back to them and they could keep causing this person losses. And man, look, but somebody called judgment. It could be this adult child now called judgment. Like spoke it into existence with the Page of Wands. Called judgment. Use their intuition and discernment to call judgment on all those involved, known and unknown. Man, and these people are defeated because of how they move. Somebody family. I'm telling you, this is like a mother and father who hired a whole bunch of other people, lovers who hired people from even across seas that hire hit men in the form of lovers. We got romance scams going on here. There's a Queen of Swords, pathological liar, narcissist here that's hella heartbroken and stuff. It's like a lot of people thought that they were going to get this money by tomorrow type of thing, right? And then they tried to cause illusions and paint a Queen of Wands as being in the reverse. If this is Queen of Wands, right? And they didn't have no problem doing it. They were cool with doing what this was. They were okay with this. They were okay with this because, you know, and you know why? You know where shit fell apart? That inside job. I'm telling you right there, right now. The inside job. Whomever worked at for one, and you always got a plan for A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Like you got to have multiple backup plans, right? And if all those plans fail, you need to learn how to be adaptable on your feet. That's one thing I like about me. Highly adaptable to anything, right? And these people were banking on this bank teller or bank manager always being their go-to person. I didn't think that they ever foresaw that this bank manager, that they would lose access to this person or this person would get fired or lose access to this account. I don't think that they realized that. Let's do some spill the tea here. Yep, the real story done came out. What's this? Friendship test. And this could be this bank teller was being watched after a certain amount of time. Yep, drifting apart. This person could have got fired. Or this drifting apart, that's also giving me somebody observing or watching whomever this bank manager was because of something else that this person did, an adventure that this person did that is a crime outside of this one. You see how all this shit is like being connected to each other? A silent understanding. Yep, about somebody being two-faced at their job. And with this two-faced, bro, do y'all see this mirror? There could have been like you know how typically like banks, investigation places, police stations, stuff like that, they have like them double mirrors, them two-sided, two-way mirrors. This is what this giving me. Somebody was being watched through a two-way mirror because of another crime they committed outside of this bank. They were being watched for other reasons for that. You see how all these people getting caught up clearing the air? That's giving me neutralized. Yeah, clearing the air about an adventure that awaits, about what somebody did, how far somebody went. Yep, and there's an unexpected revelation here. People do the most, y'all. I got on this weighted vest because I'm about to go walking, so I want a heavier one, but I don't want to like. I'm just trying to slowly introduce a heavier weight. So yeah, exposing lies is here. Somebody is a bank teller and they done got caught up. Some type of bank accountant, teller, manager, branch manager. Yep, with ulterior motives here. Huh. That was involved in this circle of drama. It's like one thing, like somebody. It's like I think somebody went on vacation and they did some BS while they were on vacation, and they got caught up for that, or something was linked back to them, or they started being watched because of what they did while they were on vacation, and because they were being watched for that crime, this person was being watched at their job as well, and they caught this person stealing money or accessing this account with these other people. All it takes is one time. I was going to say one type. I don't got no type. Don't look at me like that. Also looked at me like, yeah, and somebody can't pretend to be fine. That's in the reverse. Somebody cannot pretend to be fine. It could be all the people out of this circle because they were tested. That these people were being watched. Or somebody within this group was being watched.